Hello, my name is Mel, and the two things that I love most in this life are Baldur's Gate 3 and anime. And I also just enjoy adapting anime characters into D&D, so I thought today we would sit down and make some anime characters in Baldur's Gate using the vanilla character creation and also adapting them into D&D and adapting any powers that they might have in the source material to the D&D equivalent to the best of my ability. First things first, I think I'm gonna try to make Jolene Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. I know that there's a hairstyle in this game that, while it may not be exact, works really well for her. So we're gonna start with that. Oh yeah, the highlights are that part. If we go with the more muted green, I think that'll look better. If you guys have seen any of my Baldur's Gate videos, you'll know that I've used this hair with a similar color layout for a character based on JoJo's before, so this is very much not a new creation on my end. See, can we make the blue feel more vibrantly blue, but not too vibrant? I think that's good. That looks like a lot of Jolene wigs. Alright, let's go back and pick out like the right face and skin tone color. Jolene is part Japanese, part Italian, part American, so we should probably take that into consideration when finding a good face and like skin tone for her. Honestly, this is pretty solid. Jolene is not really a face tattoo kind of girly, so we're just not gonna put any on. It's a little difficult to get like exact. Ooh, I think we're gonna go with that, partially because it's Fasten Stars and she's from the Joestar bloodline. That is what I'm going with. The thing with this character creation is it's not gonna be exact, but we can get close enough to get like the vibe, and I love that. What color are Jolene's eyes? Okay, they're just like green. Yeah, that works. That works. And what kind of makeup are we gonna put on her? She's not like a messy, worn down kind of vibe. Honestly, what it was defaulted on works so well for her. Alright, we've got to give her her green lipstick, of course. Is there a better green? I'm making it a little metallic works. Alright, visually, that's Jolene Kujo. Okay, so to adapt her stand, I think she's going to need to be a monk. I think that'll work best. Yeah. That'll work best to adapt her stand. Jolene uses a lot of the same type of moves that Jotaro does, so while her stand isn't just mainly ghost punches the way Star Platinum is, Stone Free has like special string abilities, but when she's actually fighting people, it is a lot of unarmed punches, so that works well for Monk. And we're gonna give her the folk hero background. Champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. Saving innocents in imminent danger will make your legend grow. This just works really well for any JoJo's character. Or any Joestar. Like, I guess she could also have, like, the criminal background, but I feel like folk hero works better for her personality and who she grows into being. So we're a folk hero monk. It's clear that we're gonna want to have just the max dexterity. Strength is also gonna be pretty high because she's a strong girl. Maybe some high constitution. We'll put her charisma up to 10. Yeah, I think I like that for her. Probably should swap strength and constitution, actually. Oh, we can bring our wisdom up to 10. Max, I feel like she gets pretty wise. Or at least wise enough to not have a -1 to her checks. Alright. Jolene Kujo, everybody. Let's give her a fun cantrip. Oh, Mage Hand works well for the stand that she could use, the way that she uses it in non-combat situations. Okay, so there we go. Jolene Kujo, everyone. Let's make it official. I think that's how you spell Kujo for her. I don't know about the H at the end. I just know it's different from Jotaro Kujo. So slay. Okay, I think for the next character that we're going to make, I'm gonna make Ciel Phantom Hive because Black Butler is a staple over here. And since he's a child, I think I'm gonna make him a gnome. We'll see how this works out. Let's go ahead and edit his appearance. Yeah, I need to get rid of the facial hair. Okay. He's just a little guy. And he's a little British guy, so he's gonna be really, really pale. As pale as I can make him. Is there a paler option than that, or is that the widest he can go? That's the widest he can go. Okay. That's fair. For eyes, we are gonna put homophobia in his eyes, since one of them is the contract mark. Are they all gonna have like a little ring in? Oh, that's good. That's good for CL. We can make it purple, or we could also do something fun where it's like, I kind of like that. Yeah, that's... Do I have this on the right side? Wait, let me look at a picture of CL. Okay, yeah, this is on the right side. Not me, the CL cosplayer for like almost a decade, not knowing what side to put that on. Okay, what's a good hairstyle for him? Let's see. That might be the closest we can get. That might be the closest we can get. Alright, let's go ahead and figure out a color. That's actually perfect already. I am still gonna play around with highlights though. Highlights and graying. So let's do all highlight colors. Do a little black to darken it up. Because I don't think Ciel actually has blue hair. I think it's a stylized black. Like, in universe, it would be dark colored. I say that as I put more blue into his hair. Honestly, that kind of looks like the coloring of my Ciel wig. Yeah, no, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. He is not a facial hair guy. He's just a little guy. That's so funny. I kind of wish that I could make the facial structure more like... Okay, this facial structure might actually work better. It feels a little more youthful. I know Baldur's Gate is an adult game, and you're put in very adult situations, so it would be weird to be able to make a child character. Which is why I'm only doing character customization for this video and not actually playing the game. Okay. I think that's good appearance-wise. To adapt CL into D&D, oh, how does this change things? Okay, we'll just go with the rock gnome. Actually, okay. Even smaller than their cousins, twice as reclusive, forest. Twice as reclusive? Okay. We're gonna make him a forest gnome. Okay. To really adapt CL, I feel like the best thing to do is a warlock, because those are characters that are kind of tied to a demon of some kind. And what is CL if not tied to a demon? So even though CL himself doesn't have any powers in Black Butler, warlock still best describes his nature. I'm not gonna go with the Fiend for the subclass, because that's pledging your soul to the Hells or Abyss in return for a deadly arsenal of fiendish arcana. Sebastian is of the Hells, and his background is going to be a noble one. Okay. CL's charisma, I feel like it's not actually that great. His wisdom, his intelligence, I think, is gonna be pretty high. We'll just take his charisma up to 17. Okay. He doesn't have a good constitution. He's sickly. He's also not that dexterous. Guess we'll bring his wisdom up. Alright. This is Ciel Phantom Hive in the flesh of Baldur's Gate. Okay, for our next character, I'm actually going to be making Tengen Uzui from Demon Slayer. And I think we could just make him a human. Let's see if I actually like any of the human faces. I don't like the human faces, so elf it is. I feel like that face adapts well enough. Okay. Was there any body art that's somewhat reminiscent of his actual body art? I think the closest thing might be the squid eyes, which is kind of doubled up on both sides, but you know what? We're going for vibes, so we can work with that. Just double check a few to see if they give the same feeling. Yeah, no, squid eyes it is. I'm so sorry to do that to you, Tengen. He does have piercings. Let's see if we can get any that are kind of close. I mean, his piercings are relatively simple. Okay, Bard Rings is probably the closest to what he has. Okay, we can work with this. This man has gorgeous red eyes. I keep double checking the figure that I have next to my desk. We'll go with this darker red. Yeah, I like that. This man definitely wears makeup. Yeah, I like that. Do I want to give him a lip tint? Maybe like a really slight lip tint. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Hair. He's got like a little tiny little baby ponytail. That's a little too long. It's not quite the same feeling. I think the bun might be the best that we can get. There's not like a headband thing, which would have been... Oh, that's just cornrows. Tengen is not a cornrows guy. Okay. Yeah, this is the closest we're gonna get. This man has white hair. It's just straight white, so we really don't need to do all that much color with it. Okay. Yeah, that's close enough to Tengen. It's close as we're gonna get. So Tengen's thing is he is the sound Hashira. So I think that's gonna be a bard. because bards work in sound and music and entertainment, but a lot of their stuff is very sound related. So we're gonna make him a bard, but not just a normal bard. If we were playing this as a full game, we would make him a College of Swords, I believe. And so he would definitely be an attack bard. You know what? I feel like Tengen could vibe with a little bit of a hand drum. His background. Oh, okay. I've only watched Demon Slayer, so I don't know if the manga goes more into like Tengen's backstory, but just based on his vibes, I feel like maybe entertainer, because he's very showy and just very much like here for the vibes. I feel like folk hero could also fit him as well. I'm sticking with entertainer. We're sticking with entertainer. Alright. That's Tengen. Tengen Uzui. Love to see it. For this next one, we are going to make Utena from Revolutionary Girl Utena. I'm very excited to try this one. Okay. We actually want this to be a woman. Wait, I actually kind of like that face for Utena. That's... I mean, we'll look through the rest, but I think that's a good face for Utena. Oh, this one's actually also good. I think I am gonna go with this one. Okay. I'll actually keep that skin tone for Utena. She also has big, bright blue eyes. Yeah, I think, well, actually, what are the other blues? I think that's a good color. Let's go ahead and do her hair, because that's the one I'm most nervous about. She has very long, like, flowy hair. That's not particularly oh, wait. This might be closest in vibes. She does kind of have bangs, though. Let's see. I don't think there's a lot of long hair with bangs for vanilla. Maybe we'll go with that. Utena has bright pink hair. How are we gonna adapt this? Maybe that as a base? Oh, there we go. The colors are coloring. Okay. I kind of like that. Maybe if we could get... like a more red for the graying? Honestly, we don't even need that much graying. Honestly, it's kind of perfect without it. Okay. Let's look at the makeup here. Utsuna's not really like somebody who would wear makeup, I don't think. So we're just gonna go with none, but do a little bit of a lip tint. Maybe like a pink lip tint. Something like that. Make it glossy. She is in middle school, and middle schoolers, at least when I was in middle school, loved some gloss. Okay. Is that really the closest we can get? Why didn't the eyebrows change color? Okay, the eyebrows are just gonna stay dark. That's fine. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Appearance wise. So Revolutionary Girl Utena is an anime that has a lot of sword fighting in it. So for that alone, we're gonna make her a fighter. She's a little scrappy. I think she would be a little bit of a fighter. It's also just sword fighting. Even though in Utena it's more like fencing. I don't think there's like a fencing class. So we're gonna go with fighter. And her fighting style, I think we're gonna do protection because her biggest, I guess, motivator for getting involved in the Rose Bride duels is to defend and protect Anthe. So we're gonna go protection. Her background, she's just some kid. Is she also gonna be a folk hero? Yeah, we're also gonna make her a folk hero. Saving innocents. That's what she's doing. Trying to save Anthe, protect Anthe. Challenging tyrants, the more nefarious members of the student council and Akio. Defending the helpless. Yeah, that's Utena. And I also just remembered the last two characters we made, I didn't change their ability points. So we're gonna clear that out. I feel like she would be very strong and also very dexterous. She has pretty decent constitution. And I think she's smart enough. And she's pretty charismatic, I feel like. I put her wisdom at 8 because she's like 14 years old. Yeah, that's Utena. That's Utena. Gonna start some revolutions or something. Whatever the anime is about. What if we made Kyo from Fruits Basket? See, I know I don't like any of the human faces. Yeah, no, they're just all not it. Okay, half elf it is then. Let's see. Kyo, you have like golden eyes. Yeah, I kind of like that. And your hair is kind of like messy, but not that messy. And also orange. So, oh, that's... Let's turn that graying down. Or actually, let's go ahead and make the graying kind of the orange that we would want. Give ourselves a good base color to work with. Yeah, I like that darker orange. And then highlights. Orange. Just orange. Okay. No, that's too calm for my liking. Are we gonna go with the messy hair here? It doesn't feel quite right because a lot of anime characters kind of have the bangs. Oh, that is light Yagami. That is light Yagami if I've ever seen a light Yagami hairstyle. That's not who I'm making. Okay. Okay. So not only highlight that one part, we're not gonna play with highlights then. Alright, I feel like we could work with that. That does feel a bit Kyo-core to me. Okay. Okay, so for... Why do I not have a high elf cantrip selected? Anyway, for Kyo, we're gonna make him a druid, because if you know anything about Fruits Baskets, you know that most of the characters turn into animals, and druid is the class that lets you turn into animals. And you can turn into a cat in this game. It can be done. So we're gonna make Kyo a druid. With his background being Outlander, you grew up in the wilds learning to survive far from the comforts of civilization. While that's not exactly who he is, I feel like that best describes his outcasted nature within the Soma family. And a lot of the Soma family just is very disconnected from the real world because of how they're raised and kind of guarded off, especially those who are members of the Zodiac. So I feel like Outlander fits that pretty well. A bit far from the comforts of civilization. Surviving unusual hazards definitely describes him. Yeah, I think we're going with that. And his abilities, let's clear this out. And let's see. I feel like he's got pretty good constitution. His dexterity, I mean, he's literally a cat. And he's strong enough. I know wisdom is like the druid thing. So we'll give him some wisdom. And keep his charisma at 8, because Kyo is not a very outwardly charismatic guy. He's got a lot of anger. Yeah, I think that that works for him. His prepared spells definitely speak with animals, and maybe enhance sleep. Doesn't really matter. That's Kyo. Soma his last name? Let me look this up, actually. It is his last name, but I spelled it wrong. Also, wrong keys. That's Kyo in all of his glory. Love that for him. Anyway, I think that's all the anime characters we're gonna make today. As always, I have a lot of fun doing character customization in Baldur's Gate. I usually spend way too long on it when I start a new playthrough. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you want me to make any more anime characters in Baldur's Gate and adapt their real life into D&D. I think that could be fun. Again, I'm not doing like full playthroughs of these guys, so they don't have to be like well-rounded characters. Which is slay, because Kyo's stats would have been abysmal to play with as a druid. Anyway, I feel like I take way too long in all of my outros, so I'm just gonna cut it here. Bye!